Hello, everyone. I am Double V, and this is the Pleasure Hour podcast, and I am joined by my friends.
Friends.
Hello, Randy. Hello. How are you?
It sounded like you were. It sounded like you were saying hello to yourself. Oh, shit.
I got peanut butter in my mouth and this fucking dick in my mouth. It's all stick together. I can't talk right.
A very warm welcome to
Yeah.
Randy from Randy.
Yeah. All right.
Damn straight.
Nicely done.
We all decided that we wanted to start doing a I don't know. What do you guys want? Do you guys want to do like weekly, maybe bi-weekly?
It's all your
One
call,
of
man.
those two.
I don't
How
know.
about
Yeah.
we start out with weekly and see how it goes, and then we
Yeah.
can change it
Right.
from there depending.
Yeah.
We'll
Right.
see how it goes.
Yeah. We'll try to go
Are you
weekly.
Are you putting this on YouTube or where are you putting it?
I'll probably put it on YouTube. Maybe not on my
Okay.
main channel. Probably like my second channel.
Okay.
But who knows? I don't know. I'll figure it out. Anyway, we might try to do this weekly. It depends. We do plan things, and it doesn't really go as we plan sometimes.
Like every
So,
time?
Yeah. We have about 7 topics that we want to touch on today. But before I
Just
get into
random
that,
fun little
Yeah.
things.
before I get into that, we're not gonna be like super serious 90% of the time about anything we say. So if we like offend any of you, quit being a pussy. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding.
Good man.
Try not to be offended. Everything we say is in good fun, and we're not out here to offend anybody. I think we're
For
gonna.
real.
Our conversations might get heated because we'll all have different opinions on different things. So.
Which makes it fun, makes it more interesting for the listener, and
Yeah.
and you can share in the comments if this goes on YouTube. You can share in the comments your opinion as well.
Yeah. Just let us know.
I'd like to learn what the audience has to say on
Yeah, and if
our bullshit.
somehow anybody stumbles upon this video and you have some topics you'd like to hear us talk about, let us know in the comments, and we'll try to get to that.
Shit down there.
Yeah, we'll write that shit down in my little podcast notes.
A little handy dandy notebook.
So, like I said, all of our topics aren't going to be super serious. Like, our first topic is going to be words and why they are what they are. And Trent, you're the one that wanted to talk about that, so explain what that's going to be about.
Okay, yes I shall. Well,
Introduce us, good sir.
I was just thinking to myself about how there's so many fucking words in the world, but there's words that have 7 different other words that say the exact same thing, and I just
Synonyms,
think
by the way.
that's- Synonyms, very well done.
So
yes,
you mean
synonyms.
like pussy and
This is
vagina?
a word of the day, synonym. Anyways, so words such as vagina, some people call them pussy, and some people call them the vag. Some people call them the slit. Some people
Cunt.
fucking call it the fucking roast beef hole. You know, it just depends on how you're going. And dicks can be called fucking wieners and dongs and schlongs and fucking King Kongs, but it just really depends on how you live your life. It can
Right.
just completely change the words that you use in scenarios like that.
Yeah.
And where the fuck do these people come up with these words in the first place? That is
Right.
basically where we're going with this.
Yeah, I definitely think that's very interesting.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, what was someone thinking when, like, way back long ago, they were just looking at their dick and they were like, you know what? I think penis would be a good word for this.
This is a penis.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Especially-
wouldn't it most of the time? You know how inventions are? They're named after the person who founded it, technically. So wouldn't it be the
Yeah.
same way? So some
You're
dude's
saying
name
that
was
there's
Dick.
some dude's name is penis.
Right.
I don't know, man.
Chief,
There's
I don't know.
big penis.
This is way off topic,
Or-
but this is kind of funny. There's a guy. He's like I don't know. He's like some in some form of government. His name's Anthony Weiner, and he's like.
Oh, dude, Randy fucking
Yeah,
sending dick pics.
Yeah. That's off
Maybe
topic,
he
but-
felt like
Yeah.
he had to. Maybe he felt like he had to do that because he was like planning like some like huge like campaign slogan. It's gonna be like fucking wieners out for wiener or something like that, and have a picture of his dick up on a billboard. Like maybe he was planning that shit out, but they just fucking snuck in there and took it too early, and it was out of context, and it just looked creepy, you know?
But-
Fucking sabotage.
But yeah, I definitely think it's very interesting. I guess what you said is right. Like someone, I guess what Randy said is right. the guy could his name could have been Penis, or his last name could have been Penis, or his
Well,
nickname could
that
have been
leads
Penis.
to the question of what the fuck was the fucking name of the
Penis.
guy who fucking made the word name, because he couldn't have gotten his fucking name before they made the word name. But if he was gonna name it after his fucking name and his name was name, then it's just a fucking circle.
Oh my
What the
god.
fuck is that shit, dude? Fucking, that's a black hole in the fucking universe. That's
Oh,
what that is.
shit.
I just created a paradox.
Oh my
Shit.
god. I'm mind
popping
blown.
off.
I don't know.
Fuck. That's a good one right there. Especially like
It could be like caveman grunting too that just turned into words. So like that grunting just right. You guys are still going on the penis. Of all the words to choose, good shit.
Do you think that like if we existed in like fucking 1500 BC or some shit like that, the our cave wall would just be a bunch of dicks?
Probably.
I mean, a majority of what we talk
they just see a
about,
bunch
right?
of dicks,
Yeah.
and they'd be like, "What the fuck were these cavemen up to? These fucking faggot ass virgins."
Don't die, Jordan.
I'm trying not to. I do think like language is insane though. Because obviously cavemen didn't have language. They communicated by like grunting and like pointing at things and using hand motions. But like the people that were finally like thinking that like we should try to like to come up with an easier way to communicate, they like that is on some next level shit. There's no way I would be able to make my own language, but I am retarded though, so
Yeah, no kidding. And I don't know about you guys, but whenever I'm thinking of something complicated in my head, I'm kind of saying words in my head to think it out. So how the fuck were those people smart enough to think that they needed
Right.
words when they couldn't even think that those words were how they were to express how they felt? Like
Yeah.
they just had to feel it so deep in their soul that they just like made it happen. Like that's crazy.
because obviously the first language obviously wasn't English, but how to they just look at like a tree and was like, that's a tree. We're gonna
agree, sir.
Okay, where did they come up with letters in the first place? Like that's insane too.
That's what blows my mind.
Yeah, like I don't know, man. They were on some crazy shit.
They were on some next level shit. I'll tell you
Especially
what.
like fucking all the like the Asian languages that have like there's like every fucking word is a different character. How the fuck do people
Yeah.
have that many different ways to write like
Right?
lines and shit together? Like
I mean,
what
I
the fuck?
understand. Yeah, that's what blows my mind. The different combination of the squiggles. But
Crazy motherfuckers.
what I can understand is like the
Squiggle
Egyptians that
masters.
use pictures. That would make sense to me. So somehow I feel like they went from pictures to letters, and I don't know how the fuck they transitioned.
Aliens,
impressive.
bro.
I don't know.
Aliens had cameras back in the day, and they were
Can you
showing
think
them.
of how hard it was, especially like nowadays, to create words? At least you have so many words to think of how you
Yeah.
like want to name a word. But think of how hard it was to make like the first like set of like 1,000 words. Like you had like 10 words to try to decide how to name another thing. Like
Yeah.
damn, that had to be.
Well,
difficult
let's
as
try
fuck.
it. Let's try it right now. Try and just come up with a random word that sounds
okay.
okay to use.
Describe some type of object and then I'll name it.
What do you mean describe an object?
Cell phone.
Just describe an
Just
object.
come up
what
with
it's
an
used for, what it
imaginary
looks
object
like.
that doesn't
Just, yeah,
exist?
Make up an object, yes. Or like a combination of an object. or something.
a circle with a lot of spiky fucking, I don't know, the dicks coming off of it. I don't know.
Okay.
A dildo.
Basically a wheel of dicks. A wheel of dicks. So come up with the name of wheel of dicks. A name for it.
A wheel of dicks? I would guess I would call that a spadonk.
A spadonk.
Spadonk, yeah, I would call it a
But see,
spadonk.
that was easy because you have letters to base it off of. The people that made the
Right,
first
right,
set of words,
right.
they didn't have letters.
Because what I thought of in my head was like spa was like the spinning,
Yeah.
and then
And then
donk was
dong.
kind of like a dick. Yeah, kind of
Kinda going off
variation of that.
topic.
But when you don't know that, that would be hard as fuck.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of going
You
off
have to be like,
topic.
like you just
What
have to
about
kind of like
people-
make random noises and like hope that it made it okay sound.
What about people who work like like customer service, like answering phones, and they know like 4 different languages, just transitioning between languages?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Would be crazy. It's like, say you
Yeah,
have
for
4
real.
different people from 4 different countries calling, and you have to talk to each one of those fluently. Like, that's crazy to me that you can just
Yeah, I don't
switch in your
think I
head.
have that kind of coordination. I'm pretty sure I would like
Right.
say like 3 words in English, and then my next 4 would be in French, and then the next 8 would
Right.
be in
Like,
like
people,
Japanese.
people,
Like,
people that I talk to that are bilingual, I'm like, what are you thinking? They're like, well, I live in America, so I think in English, but if I'm around people that speak Spanish, I'll think in Spanish. I'm like,
Right.
really? Like, that kind of blows my mind that you can
Yeah.
just switch on a dime like that.
yeah, I talked to a couple bisexuals like that too.
Bisexuals.
It's fucking crazy, dude. They're like, yeah, I just switch between dick and vagina all the fucking time. I'm like, damn, that's impressive.
But I think the whenever they were making like the first word, because obviously like we said they didn't have any kind of letters to go off of, like you said, Trent. I definitely think they like used like they just kind of made noises,
Yeah,
and the
they
noises
just
they
kind of
made,
fucking hit the random button.
yeah, and the noises they made are what we now consider letters, like because
Yeah.
he's like ooh ooh, which is kind of like an O, I guess, or an U, ooh ooh,
Yeah.
you, I guess.
Yeah.
And then he's
So-
like, I'll just call it that, and then he just like kind of like made a line. He's like,
Mhm.
that looks cool. Yeah.
But isn't
Yeah,
it
by the
crazy?
way, to anyone that's listening to this, we are by no means intelligent, so...
Yeah, we're not like the smartest people ever. Well, except Trent,
Right.
he's gonna be a pharmacist, so.
Yeah. I'm saying fuck school. I'm gonna end up being a college
I'm gonna
dropout, even
be
though
a
I have
dope
degrees.
dealer.
Do you think we should go to the next topic?
I would
If
say
you,
that's acceptable.
if you guys are ready to
I'm
transition.
I
All
believe
right,
that's acceptable.
which, yeah, kind of what we were talking about, how like the first people in the world kind of transitions to the next topic, because we had pros and cons of living like a long time ago.
Yeah, so it is
That
a good
one.
transition, actually.
That is fantastic.
Trent, that was
Um,
yours. You want to start us off?
I suppose I will this time as well. So, I was thinking, there's a lot of fucking hassle, like bullshit that people have to deal with today that suck
Yeah.
fucking dick. But people way back when didn't have to deal with it and stuff. But then there's also things like the fucking internet that lets me watch porn and jerk off. And like, people didn't used to have that, so
Completely understandable.
it's kind of
Yeah,
hard
they'd
to
have to
think,
look through the
like, which
window of
one
their
you'd
neighbor.
be truly happy in. And I was
Yeah.
just thinking, there's like definitely a lot of pros and cons for.
While you were saying that, I actually thought about one, about like a pro and like a pro and con.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So, you know how back in medieval times they obviously didn't have like toilets or anything?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm like really like gay about medieval times. Like I think it's super dope. And
Uh-huh.
Oh,
honestly,
yeah, for
think about
sure.
it, bro, they would shit in buckets and they would just throw it out the window and like people
Yeah.
people would just be
Yeah, I
walking
heard
by
that.
and like get like shit or piss thrown on them.
Uh-huh.
Obviously,
yeah.
we don't have to deal with that.
What about
anymore,
wiping
so
your
it's cool.
hand with, or wiping your ass with your hand, dude?
Yeah.
Isn't
Yeah,
that like
that's-
a fucking, I don't want to say Indian, but I don't know what the fuck culture it is.
I don't know either.
Some Middle Eastern
Yeah,
culture.
that
But
definitely fucking sucks. I mean, that's definitely a heavy bad one there for sure.
Yeah.
I would not enjoy that in the slightest.
But obviously, back in
You-
like way before times like that, like people wouldn't get offended
you-
by almost everything like they do nowadays.
Oh,
but
yeah,
back
no,
then,
for sure.
Back then, people would fucking greet each other by fucking punching
Yeah.
each other in the face and like fucking each other's moms, like, just for like a good quick hello.
Yeah.
Like people would say, "Hey, you fucking pussy ass bitch," and then punch the dude in the fucking face, and that was just like a standard thing to say.
Yeah.
You know,
How long ago are you talking?
dudes' dads would get their fucking heads chopped off, and their sons would, if their sons fucking cried, they'd be fucking considered little pussy bitches, you know? Like,
Yeah.
motherfuckers were like raised to like fucking bite their teeth and just.
Well,
deal
even
with
going off
horrible
what you
shit.
said, even what? 20 years ago, you can get in a fight and be okay. Nowadays, you get in a fight and you get a fucking gun pulled on you. You get a
Yeah.
fucking gang hunting you down.
Or a
It's fucking
battery
retarded.
charge.
What happened to? I remember in elementary, middle school, when we used to get in fights. I used to get in fights all the time. And you get in a fight, you get up, brush it off, shake each other's hand, and you're best friends after
Give
that.
each other a hand job.
Right. What the fuck
Just
happened to
each other's
that, man?
sticks off.
That used to build character. Everyone's a fucking pussy now and crying about everything.
Yeah, that's true.
Crying
People,
about their names are getting heard and all this fucking gender shit. It's retarded.
people worry about a lot of silly things nowadays that aren't
I know.
nearly as relevant as they think they are.
Bro, my
Yep.
girlfriend's trying to FaceTime me right
It's
now.
because everyone tries to feel important. They always have
She
to have
wants in
some
on
say in
this.
something.
I'm gonna ask her opinion on it.
Good
Tell her to
idea.
FaceTime her tits to me, dude. I want to see some
Hey.
tits.
Hey, what are you doing?
What doing?
Hey, I have a question for you.
What?
Okay, what do you think about what do you think are some pros and cons from like now and like a long time ago?
What?
What do you think are some pros
Explain
and
the
cons
difference
from,
in time.
okay, like
Like, it's a different time. So
like
like
back
compared to
in,
the 1800s compared to now. So, like,
okay,
it's
like
pros
what
and
do you think are
cons.
some pros and cons from like the 1800s to now?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Bad choice. Bad choice. You shouldn't have called.
She called me.
Jordan, we're
You
finna
gotta
have
hang
to
up.
ban your girlfriend off of our show.
What about, okay, so like what about medieval times to now?
I don't know. We're healthy now. We have doctors.
True. The Black Plague
She
isn't a
has a good
thing.
point there. Yeah, like
Yeah.
quite honestly, when you think of like how fucking much more likely you were to die back then just by stepping out of your house, it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Like nowadays we're afraid because like every once in a while somebody like goes into a school and like shoots and kills like 2 people. But back in the day you would walk on the street and a dude would walk past you, slit your fucking throat and take your fucking $5 and then no one would give a fuck because
Yeah.
like that's just how shit went down. Or you'd get fucking like punched in the back of the head and you'd get your hands fucking chopped off and your wife would get fucking raped in front of you, and that would like happen to like every fucking third guy. Like that was just
Right,
kind of
right.
common. Like, oh, what? Your entire family got slaughtered too because some guy was just pissed off? Yeah, me too.
I think you've been watching too much Game of Thrones, but I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like honestly, like people would just get pissed off at each other and they just go out and kill each other. And they're just
Well, no,
fucking
even
stupid
even
stuff.
back then, I would consider what we were still. I don't know. Even I'd say 900 to like 1200 AD, we were fucking still considered part of the food chain, I guess.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're above it.
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
We don't have to worry about going out and getting attacked by a cougar
yeah,
or
right. Yeah,
anything
like,
really.
even a couple hundred years ago, I mean, like people would have to fucking like, I mean, people really could die just by fucking trying to get their food and shit. Now, like, fucking, quite honestly,
Right.
we're extremely safe compared to even a couple hundred years ago.
Right. I mean, even in that sense, hunting. Like
Mhm.
before, you'd have to
Exactly,
go out
you
with
don't
a
have to
bow
worry
and
about getting
arrow,
mauled
a
there,
fucking
yeah.
spear. No, right. It's a single. You just pull the trigger,
Right.
boom, done. Your dinner's there.
Right, now if you actually do hunt, you get to sit up in a tree stand and drink beer and then shoot him with a fucking rifle from like a fucking mile away and fucking go fuck your fat wife afterwards. But I mean, and then if you don't even want to do that, you can just go to the fucking supermarket and then fucking microwave a fucking meal at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Jerk
go
off in
home
your
with the
bed.
deer, split open its body, eat the fucking heart. and-
Exactly. Like while we're
Feed off on it.
fucking, like while
Right.
we're fucking itching our ass and fucking laying in our silk sheets, there's fucking rabbits trying to take a nap, but then waking up unexpectedly because a wolf is trying to fucking rip its goddamn head off. Like we don't have to deal with that bullshit.
But what do you think? What do you think is a pro and con from like the 1950s to now? Besides the Cold War, obviously, like the fear.
Are you
of
talking
being
to us? I'm
nuked.
sorry, I didn't know if your girlfriend was still on the line.
No. She's not.
Okay, all right, cool.
Okay. Well,
So you're
quite
saying the 1950s
honestly,
to now?
Yeah. Besides like the Cold War.
Transportation,
obviously,
easy.
The obvious one.
Transportation.
Well, quite honestly, I think there's almost no pros from the 1950s compared to now because honestly, there's the same hustle and bustle, the same modern day bullshit, except for
Nah, I'd say the laws.
there was the
There was-
fucking lack of jobs, fucking depression, fucking.
Depression was in the 1950s, was it?
Yeah, no, that was a
That was like
little
the
after,
19.
dude.
That was the 1930s, man.
Or before, I mean,
well,
yeah.
It was still fairly shitty though during that time compared to now. I mean, I can't think of too many reasons why I would rather live in the 1950s compared to now. I mean, it's not so different that like it'd be crazy cool or anything
Yeah.
like that, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, You just have to fucking deal with shitty phones or fucking shitty cars.
Everything was a hell of a lot cheaper, though. For
That's
damn
true.
sure.
And you could get a job pretty easy. So
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
cool. That's
Yeah,
definitely
you didn't
cool.
need a lot of schooling.
I'd say
True. I mean,
probably back in
if
that
you
time.
didn't really give a if you didn't give a lot of a shit about a lot of modern day things, then I could see why you'd want to live in the 1950s.
But no, for sure,
all you care
nowadays it's
about is a really
definitely
simple
better. I
life
mean,
and-
especially
yeah.
for women.
Mhm.
But like
And
compared to
black
like
people, obviously.
yeah,
I knew
yeah.
somebody was gonna say it, so I had to say
I
it.
didn't want to say it.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not
Quite
being an asshole,
honestly,
it's true.
Quite honestly, like you never fucking hear a black person say that if they could travel back to one place in time, it would be like the fucking 1800s or the 1900s.
Yeah.
You never hear a black person say that. Like, no, thank you. I'll take a pass on that fucking time period.
Well, I mean, think about it.
I
We
mean-
honestly, being white males, we're privileged.
Yeah.
Don't get me
Exactly.
wrong, and I
We could
really,
go to
I really
pretty much
appreciate
any-
that. But
yeah.
we could go to any time zone and be perfectly
Yeah.
fine. They'll have a
Yeah.
fucking
Right.
first-class table sitting for us. Like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
But if we go to the
right.
future, dude, we're fucked. We're getting hit hard for this shit.
For real.
I
Yeah.
honestly though, we deserve it. I'm not even kidding. We
Yeah.
Oh
definitely
yeah, for
deserve
sure. No, we're assholes. We completely deserve it.
White people have shit on the world for long enough.
it. Yeah. White people are the epitome of pieces of shit.
True. That's true. Well, we're not the only pieces of shit. It's just that we're the OG pieces of shit.
Yeah.
We started being pieces of shit.
We're probably the
before it
biggest
was
pieces
cool.
of shit. Because you know,
Yeah,
Hitler
the only
was
thing we really
white,
have to worry
Joseph
about now
Stalin
is
was white.
education. I mean, we have to pay for school. That's really it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think we should transition next topic because it feels like we just ran
Sounds
out.
like a good plan.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, I guess that kind of these all just kind of tie into each other.
Yeah.
This one is how difficult life can be,
Okay.
such as like
Shall
we were playing earlier. I think I thought of this one, didn't I?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Think so.
Anyway, so we were all talking earlier, and we were talking about how, or I said something about how
Excuse me.
normally like I'm trying to be like a super positive person, a super happy person, but sometimes I think about how I'm literally going to be working my life away, and I don't know. It just sounds depressing, and just like there's so many aspects of life that are just straight up shitty and stupid.
Yeah.
They're really
Which
fucking
all
hard.
comes down to your outlook on it. I mean,
Yeah.
I was just a little fucking depressed. I'm in college right now, and I don't really know what the hell I want to do with my life. I don't really have a burning passion for anything. I just feel like I'm going through the motions, going through school, doing what my parents want. Not really understanding what I want, which is hard. I mean, I'm 20 years old, and I'm being forced to choose what I want to do for the rest of my
Right.
life, which I don't know. But my outlook on it is I really, it doesn't matter to me what I'm doing. My job is my job. My hobbies are my hobbies. My hobbies and my life outside of work is my life. My work is not my life. My work is my means to survive. So
Yeah.
to me, I don't really care what I'm doing, which is why it's hard for me to go through college, because racking up all this debt is just mind-boggling. It's really stressing me out. The first semester and I'm already 18 grand in debt, and I can't keep doing this. I don't
It's
know.
definitely painful to watch yourself
Yeah.
bleed like that. That's for
Like
sure.
knowing that I could sell everything that I own and still be like 10 grand in debt is just really, it frustrates me.
Yeah, it's definitely not happy to think about.
Mhm.
I mean, it definitely is what you make it. I mean, having a positive outlook can definitely help a lot with going through life.
Marijuana helps a lot.
That's true. That does help as well. Oh shit. Anyways.
Speaking of which, Kid Cudi's marijuana song just came on. Ooh, yay. Anyway, my bad. Carry on. Off topic.
Anyways. What the fuck was I talking about now, Randy? You fucking bastard.
Your outlook and just how
Oh yes,
how
but
hard it can be.
but yeah, like quite honestly, I feel like a little pussy bitch. But like, honestly, when I was fucking in Florida, just now, just came back from vacation earlier today,
Mhm.
um, and I was walking through Disney World and was having a fun day and everything, but I just, my mind was just wandering and thinking of, like back home and whatnot, and I was thinking
Yeah.
about how like after I came back, I had a few days off, but then I had to go back to work, and I have to work like several days in a row,
Yeah.
and I have to take an ACT test in like a week from tomorrow, and
Oh,
I'm
that's why
like,
you have to retake
and like
yours,
I was
right?
thinking about that, and like even though I was like in Disney World and I was supposed to be happy, all I could think about was like in a few days I'm gonna be at my job and I'm gonna fucking hate every goddamn second of being there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's
That's what
just like
sucks,
I don't
dude.
know, like that gets in my head, and then I just had to like tell myself like it's okay, Trent. Before then there'll be multiple days of not doing that, and then afterwards there'll be days of not doing it, and you'll get through it.
That's what
But
sucks
like
though.
quite
Like,
honestly,
I do understand completely where you're coming from, because obviously I worked a lot. In the summer, I had 3 jobs.
hmm hmm
But now that I have all this free time and it's just school and that's all I have to worry about, I don't think I could not work. I don't. I
yeah.
just feel so not a little lonely, but more just bored. I don't know what the fuck to do with myself. I've played all these games. I listen to a fuck ton of music, watch movies, watch all these shows, but after 2 or 3 weeks of doing it in a row and just going to class and same old shit, it gets old. I mean, I want to do
I
something,
know.
but there's nothing I can really do. I got my car that's 5 miles away.
quite
It's
honestly though,
retarded.
I am glad that I have my job because it gives me money to do some
Yeah.
fun shit here
Right,
and
right, and
there
that's the
when
other
I'm
thing. I
not
don't have a job
there.
now. I can't just go
Right.
out and do shit.
But the
Yeah, I
thing
don't.
though,
I'm really scared of when I go to college and I'm not gonna be working anymore, and then my bank account's just gonna be fucking sitting still.
Well,
And every time I take
do
money
you
out,
remember
there's
what it
not gonna
was
be any
like
more going
before you
in.
got the job? You'll
True.
know
yeah. See,
it's gonna
I
be like that again. Well, I guess you were still getting paid from the farm work, but
Yeah, a little bit here and there. I still got some money, but I'm gonna be getting like fucking jack shit after that.
now that I have
hopefully
my
I'll be
job,
working.
I could never picture myself not having a job. Like I couldn't imagine not having money. It would just be ass.
Oh, it's fucking yeah. Well, thank God I saved up like $1,200 before the semester started, but I'm at like fucking I want to say like 700. I've already gone through at least almost half of it,
Mhm.
Ooh,
and it's just
money's
I don't know.
helpful.
Between beer, fucking drugs, and games and parties and fucking school, textbooks and food. Yeah, it's college life, you know.
Yeah. Um.
I mean, I want to say I spent all the cash that I have typically goes towards Jimmy John's and alcohol and pot, but
The
and then
the college
I
trifecta.
use right. I use all
Jimmy
my
John's
checking
pot and
account for
beer.
games and shows and music just to
Yeah.
pass the time, and it's just really just eating away at me, man. I don't have money. It's just freaking me out, and I can't. I don't know.
Here's my outlook on this. So you can do something you love, but eventually you're gonna get tired of it because obviously you don't want to do the same thing every single day.
Right,
Well,
right.
Like,
quite honestly, if my job was jerk off, I quite honestly believe I'd be the happiest
oh
man
yeah,
alive.
bro.
Because I've successfully done that every day and not gotten fucking tired of it. So,
I feel like you jerk off
if
at least
anyone
three
wants to
times a
hire me
day.
as a solo masturbatory porn star, then hit
But
me up.
maybe it's just the way you are though. Like if I'm like forced to do something, if I feel like I have to do something every day, I get super sick of it. Even if it was jerking off, bro. I
That's
would like
true. That's true.
Yeah.
if I feel
The
like I have
feeling
to do
of being
something.
able to choose to do it, even if I know I should choose to do it fairly often, I
Yeah,
like having that option. That's for
yeah.
sure.
I would hate to be
Like whenever
forced
I
to do
have
something I
something,
love.
whenever there's a set time expiration on when something's gonna happen, it's always in the back of my head, and I hate that with me. But I'm
Yeah.
always thinking of, damn, I can only watch fucking TV for another fucking hour before I go to work, and it fucking ruins the next hour of me watching TV because that's all I can
Yeah.
think about. Or I'll think of, fuck, tomorrow I have to go to work, and it'll piss me off the night before I go to bed, or I'll fucking think
Right,
like,
right.
oh fuck, I gotta fucking go and do this stupid ass shit tomorrow or whatever, or fucking, or I'll think of, damn, in fucking 3 hours I have to leave my friend's house. That blows.
Yeah.
Like, I fucking hate it, but I always think of that.
Yeah, I feel
Right.
you. I feel like, cause like I was telling you guys earlier, like I'm definitely passionate about like music and video games and like editing videos. Like a very small part of me wants to blow up on YouTube and get super big, but the other part of me is thinking that that's gonna happen, and then I'm just gonna hate what I do. Like, cause I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna feel obligated to upload because I'm obviously gonna be making a lot of money.
Right.
Cause you
You're
see how
gonna
much
be
money
way
those
more
guys
stressed
make.
about what you upload because
Yeah.
you need to keep a certain standard, or
Yeah.
you could lose your job
Right.
essentially. It's
And
like
But
it's kind of
that's
like it kind of be like working for a job where you don't know exactly what's expected of you, and if you fuck up, you're gonna get fired.
yeah,
that is another thing. I mean, you know my buddy Joel, right, Trent?
Yeah.
nobody epic.
He's striving like really hard to be a lawyer, and which is great. I'm glad that he has that passion and that drive. But me, like I said earlier, we're all the same kind of person, the three of us. I mean, to me, I just want a simple life. I don't want anything big. I don't want anything fancy.
See, I'm the
I don't know.
exact opposite.
If I can get by easily without having to worry about money, that's all that I care about. I don't want the nicest car. I don't want the nicest house. I just want something that's for me, something I can call my own.
Yeah.
I don't need the nicest car or the nicest house, but if I happen to fucking have it, I will.
Oh no,
take it.
by all means, yeah. But that's not something that I'm going to push myself towards.
it's not
I'm going to push
necessary.
myself
That's
towards
true.
my own happiness. Well, I don't know,
Yeah.
which I'm still trying to find.
I'm not trying to be like super cliche or anything, but I definitely want to like do something that like impacts somebody or something. But
Touching.
yeah.
You want to like go to Africa and like build a fucking toilet for a kid with no legs or something?
Yeah, something like that. Something along the
I
lines
mean, you
of
can
that.
always impact the world and like blow some shit up or go on a mass murdering spree.
Well, okay, impact the world in a positive way. How about that?
Oh, I got
How's
you
that
now.
sound?
Yeah, no, that's another reason why I wanted to teach. I mean, that's why I'm going to school now. I'm getting a degree in marketing or accounting. I haven't really chosen yet. But I do want to teach, and I do love, that is something that gives me the greatest joy in the world. I can't even describe it. The feeling that I get from my students or someone that I'm teaching doing well and actually succeeding in what
Yeah.
I taught them. It's
Dude,
something that I can't explain.
Dude, listening to you makes me feel like I'm fucking watching like an emotional episode of fucking The Magical School Bus, and Mrs. Frozen's like giving like a fucking speech about her fucking classroom.
Oh god, I'm gonna stop talking
You
now.
sound so fucking proud, dude.
I know, dude. I'm so inspired right now.
God damn
No,
it.
but that honestly
go
was when I was
fucking
ski
teach
instructing.
some-
That was the greatest joy of my life.
Yeah, it
But,
would be really cool teaching somebody to do something and watch them like go from being shitty to pretty good. That would be
That's
cool.
true.
It was the greatest feeling ever. But I don't, like I said before, I'm not by any means smart.
Mhm.
I'm a hands-on learner. I can't
That's
sit
how
down
I
in a
am.
classroom and just read a textbook and learn. That's not how I
Yeah.
am. So school for me has always been very hard.
Yeah,
And in
same.
college now, it's nothing but even harder. That's all it is. It's just reading and tests and reading and
Yeah.
tests. And being in college for the past 4 years now, 5 years, I went to early college. So I've been in college all through high school since my freshman year, and I'm just tired of it. I can't
Yeah.
do it anymore. It's just killing me, man. I want to be working already. I want to be my own person and be out in the world. I hate relying on my parents. I hate it all. I just want to be my own independent person.
Yeah, I really wish I could just get to that point in my life, like skip forward 10 years to just where I have the job that I want and I can just fucking.
Right, and I mean,
path
people
of
say
life.
enjoy the journey, enjoy your life while you
I
can, but
just
it's
wanna
hard
fucking
when you
hit
when
that
you can't
cut in
control
life.
your life.
Or
It's
it
hard when you
takes
can't
me.
control your life, when you can't make your own choices for yourself, and you're restricted by still pursuing that goal of getting out on your own. I don't know.
I know, man. Fuck life
It's
on our own,
fucking
man.
rough. It's fucking rough.
We've already hit 34
And
minutes.
don't get me wrong. Don't get us wrong when you're listening to this. We're all very grateful for what we have. We all have
Yeah.
come up in a fantastic household. Well, I haven't, but that's for a different time. But no, we all are blessed for what we have, and we're all grateful, and we're all in fantastic situations now. But
We're just saying life
that doesn't mean
sucks
that we're not
sometimes.
happy with our lives. I mean, life is going to be hard. Life is shit wall to wall. You just got to make the best of it, and that's what we're trying to do. We're just trying to be our own people and find ourselves, but it's hard. It's
goes
hard
Magic
when you're
School
this
Bus
young and
Randy
don't know
again.
what you want. Shut up, I'm not high.
He's just fucking feeling awfully poetic. He's been watching Shakespeare lately.
Not poet. I'm just listening to Kid Cudi. This is Kid Cudi in me, dude.
He's been
I'm listening to him
fucking
rap, and it's just-
Beethoven's fucking
I'm listening to Erase Me right now, and it's such a good song.
fucking symphony with a dick.
She
exploding into
said,
space.
keep on running, keep
Alright,
on running.
You guys,
Quite honestly, though, quite honestly, when I think about how like my life is pretty good in comparison to a lot of people's lives, and I get pissed off about like shitty things in my life. Like
yeah.
I don't know if I could fucking deal with having like an actually really shitty life, like living in like a
either.
third world country and like living
Right,
under, like,
right.
dangerous conditions and all that type of shit. Like I really don't know if I could go through every day because quite honestly, I have shitty days
Well-
and it fucking makes me feel like shit now. Like I couldn't imagine having it that bad.
I know.
Honestly, I feel like
I
I
just
like
don't
with
think I'd want to
that,
be alive, honestly.
I feel like with that, it all depends on how you're come up. I mean,
Right.
if
you
you're
can-
brough up in that kind of environment,
Yeah,
then you
you'll
don't
just
know
get
anything
used to
different.
it.
So it's gonna be the
Yeah.
same shittiness, just in a different environment. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah, that's true.
But
At least I think. I mean,
True,
I don't
true.
know. I'm not brought up in a third world country. I'm brought up with. I
What are you
don't know.
gonna say, Randy?
I'm not gonna bring up my childhood.
That's funny. Well, I suppose.
Should we carry on to the next
you-
topic, sirs?
I
yeah.
think-
Next topic is. Wait, were you just trying to say something, Trent?
No.
Okay.
I
Next
think he was
topic
transitioning too.
is stupid things people used to do.
Oh, this is all you, Trent. I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or is it you, Jordan?
It's Trent.
Is it?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I do believe it was me. So, I was just thinking, and a lot of things have changed, such as like laws and like culture and like what's considered acceptable, taboo, and things of that sort. And a lot of fucking things and how people thought used to be really fucking stupid
Mm-hmm.
and just like make no fucking sense. And the first thing that I was thinking of was back in I believe the late 1500s, maybe early 1600s during like the Salem witch trials and shit like
Yeah.
that. And like how people thought that like women were fucking witches.
Mm-hmm.
Like that has to be some of the stupidest shit that I've ever heard of. Like fucking ever. Like quite honestly. That's like first of all, like what the fuck makes you think that witches are even a thing? Like
Right.
like what the fuck gave you that idea to think that there is something like that in the world? Like what the fuck made you think that?
Right.
Secondly, what the fuck makes you think that this motherfucker's a witch just because you don't like him and then your fucking cow happened to die the next day? Have you ever heard of a coincidence, motherfucker? How do those people not think that that's at least a possibility? Like they just automatically jump to you're a fucking witch? Like that's the stupidest fucking shit ever. And you would think after like the 10th fucking time that they fucking take people and fucking tie their legs with fucking bricks and throw them in the river, and after they fucking sink to the bottom after their fucking 12th time, they might get the hint that maybe they're fucking up somewhere. Like if I fucking did something and every time I did it people said that I was completely shitty at it, I wouldn't do it 80 more fucking times the exact same fucking way. I'd probably try to do it a little bit differently. I wouldn't fucking choose A on this test fucking 5 times in a row when I got it wrong the first fucking 4. Like, you think they've learned after a fucking while. I don't understand how people can
It's because they
physically-
were scared, man. Or they were jealous when their neighbors were next door and they had something they didn't.
Yeah.
They would go to the witch hunters and be like, "Listen, that's a witch." They didn't need any
That's
proof.
true.
Their
That's
their
true.
proof was when they threw them when they bound them up and threw them in the water. if they sank, they were human and they died from drowning, or if they floated, they were considered a witch and then they burned alive. So it was
Exactly.
shitty either way.
Exactly.
Jealousy
But
and
after
fear.
like they do
Ah,
it
imagine
so,
all the
so
great
long,
pussy
man.
that fucking got burned alive.
Oh my god.
So much wasted pussy, Randy says. Randy's taking
man.
pussy inventory and he's just so disappointed
Damn
in the
right.
fucking
I haven't
so
been laid in
disappointed
so
at the
long.
loss of inventory. Wow. How inspirational.
So many
Words
hot
of
women in
wisdom.
college too. Any audience that are listening, if you want to get laid, definitely go to college. Definitely go to college.
I didn't go to
Randy
college.
fucking
I
sponsoring
dropped
getting
out of
laid
college
in the
and
middle of
started
our
getting
fucking
laid, so.
podcast.
I mean, we've covered damn near everything else, haven't we?
That's
I
true.
think jealousy and fear I have to play two big factors in how a lot of people act.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
what'd you say? What'd you
definitely
say?
true.
So jealousy
What
and
are some
fear.
other things that are completely fucking stupid that have changed over time? Obviously, slavery is fucking dumb as shit. That they thought that slaves were fucking worse than other people. Like, I
Yeah.
have no idea. Like
What? Like,
I just
what
don't
even?
understand what made them think that.
Right? That's just so
Superiority complex.
stupid.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't even know.
do you really think that if you fucking go to a place that isn't as developed as you, and that doesn't have fucking giant colonies built and shit, that they might seem a little more primitive than you at first? That doesn't mean that they're obviously less than you dumbass. You don't think that you used to be more primitive before you fucking had societies built and shit?
Right.
Like, fucking dumbasses. And, like, even if for some reason they could have gotten that through their heads and fucking ignored that, like, obviously, like, fucking after a few generations of slaves, they fucking obviously adapted to American culture, and they
Mhm.
are just as smart as anyone else that didn't have any schooling back then, you know?
Yeah.
Unless
But
unless it
I
was
don't know
if it
how
was
they're so
slavery.
blind to that.
If it
Like,
was
people are so
slavery,
horrible.
if it was slavery like the plebs, I feel like I'd be okay with being a slave.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, if you have, if anyone
If
is
anyone has,
watching
yeah.
very happens to have seen the show Plebs, and you know fucking Grumio from that show, then yeah, honestly, slavery like that wouldn't be so bad because that's a great show.
It's so
I wouldn't
funny.
mind being like Grumio.
For sure. But no, what was the first ones that I can think that were put into slavery, first race was fucking, I don't even know.
I mean, I don't know either, dude. I haven't brushed up on my slavery history, really.
I want to say it was someone with the Mongols, wasn't it? The last that I can think of. And after that, I think it was
I mean,
Asians or Koreans or someone of the Asian descent, and then it was Jews and then African Americans.
yeah, I
that I
mean,
can
quite
think
honestly,
of.
quite honestly,
So pretty much every race besides
Very,
ours.
for the very earlier period of time, like all of BC and even early AD,
Mhm.
I mean slavery was pretty much everywhere.
It was
fucking all
common.
the
It was
time.
you
Yeah,
didn't go anywhere without
extremely
seeing
common.
slaves.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Slaves were everywhere. It was extremely common, but that's just fucking crazy. Those concepts just fucking evolved, and quite honestly, they easily, just as fucking easily as they did evolve, they very easily could have just not happened. Just fucking twists of history. Fucking
Yeah.
make shit like that just become a thing, and then after it's a thing, that's just what people do for a while, and people don't like to change. So
Mhm.
I
Imagine
mean,
how
if you want to get
differently.
shitty
if you want to
things
get
are
on
all around the world.
if you want to get on some other shit, I know it's not a topic that we really have, but could you imagine what the world would be like if the church didn't rule for the fucking, what was it, 1,000 or 2,000 year
Right? We would be
dark
so
era?
we would be so
like
technologically
how
advanced
advanced
right
we would be. Oh my god. If the church and
Damn.
religion wasn't a thing, don't get me wrong, if that's, I'm not here to discriminate in any way.
Yeah.
Your beliefs are your beliefs, but I actually just prayed today for the first time in like 12 years being an atheist. But no, it's, and I forgot what I was going. Oh, yeah, if the church didn't rule in that time period, in that dark age, we would be so advanced, all the
Oh,
different
yeah.
things. Oh my God. Our world would be completely different. We wouldn't be run by fear. That's, to me, my outlook on it is that is what religion is. It instills fear to instill control.
It definitely can.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all it is to me, is the church gaining power because they needed it back then.
Oh, back in
Well,
the
back then it
early
didn't even
times of
need it, but
religion, for
right,
sure, for sure, for sure,
but
back then.
Well, there are
um,
some
Very much
churches that
so.
are still like that.
Yeah, that's true.
right.
Like fucking the
But I mean, back then when you
Westboro
didn't,
Baptist.
when
Westboro Baptist Church,
right,
the
Yeah.
yeah,
fucking those
Fucking
cocksucking
retard.
pieces of shit. Yeah, they just fucking breed hate and they fucking preach it and then they
Yeah.
fucking call it a religion just 'cause they can use it as that.
Yeah.
Like that's so fucked up.
but yeah, I don't know.
Those scumbag motherfuckers. The world is a
Yeah, no,
fucked up place.
religion is, yeah, no, it's an iffy topic, but I mean, here on this show, we're not going to be scared, or we're not going to shy away from anything. If there's anything
Yeah.
that anyone wants us to talk about, we're not going to be scared to talk about
We
it.
ain't no pussies, bro.
Life gives us dicks, we suck
Alright.
them.
Did you guys want to move on? We're actually at 45 minutes, so if you guys want to just make this our last topic, maybe.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
This is one Trent and I talked about the other day, and it is why people are the way they are. And
What a good topic to end on.
I had this very interesting hypothesis. Okay. I feel like I told Trent that I think, because obviously when we were growing up, it was very frowned upon and uncommon for kids to be gay. I mean, obviously now there's more gay people than there were back then, but when we were littler, it was very frowned upon, right? I told him that I think within like the next 20 to whatever years, we'll probably see like a bigger abundance of gay and lesbians, and probably more trans and people like that too, just because it's starting to be welcomed into
Society.
our culture.
True.
So I definitely think like if what's going on now were to happen while we were younger, there would be not a significant amount, but just like a small amount of.
Yeah, there's definitely those gay people that or those otherwise gay people that are kind of like on the line trying to decide like if they're gay or not.
Yeah.
But just because of like how they know they're not supposed to be gay because that's
Yeah.
what society says, they end up deciding to just stick with being straight and they don't like particularly hate it, but they don't like really like it and they'd be happier being gay.
Yeah.
But,
Right.
like, you know, they just kind of deal with it, like those people, you know?
Mhm.
Like, then, like, yeah, I definitely feel like those people, like, after we progress even a little bit further, those people will say, oh, no, it's not a big deal, I can be gay.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it. It's not a
Yeah.
big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely think I think definitely in the future we'll see a lot more, not a lot, probably a little bit more gay people than we
Decent
see
chunk.
now.
For
Oh,
sure.
that just reminded me of Trent when we were watching Breaking Bad. I'm not going to spoil any of the show, but one of the characters has an incident, and he's very stubborn and doesn't tell anyone of his incident. And that just goes back to how people are brought up. Our grandfathers or even our fathers, depending on how old they are,
Yeah.
they're very stubborn. They don't let anyone in. They don't
Right.
really display their emotions, and they don't take help at all for anything. They were brought up to be men, and as men, you don't take help. You do things yourself, and you figure it out yourself. Nowadays, it's not really like that. Nowadays, it's more welcoming to help. And they might look down in our generation and say, "Oh, the new generation are pussies," or
Yeah.
this and that. But no, we're more open. We're more, I would say, loving. I would definitely say loving. We're more friendly, for sure.
I don't know. You've been on the internet
quite
recently.
You don't think
honestly,
so? You don't think so?
No, I honestly
Really?
don't think so because I think that due to the fact that there is so much
Well,
technology today, I
think
think
about.
that
Well, no,
some
that brought on a
people
new hate. That brought on a new hate. I'm talking about on our old days, like you were talking about with gays. So, your father, I'm sure, doesn't really particularly care for gays.
No, my dad doesn't have any problem with gay people.
No?
No.
Really? No shit. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, my argument's valid. Invalid.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No,
Sorry,
but
my
I was
dad
saying,
doesn't hate
I was
gay
saying,
people, man.
well, no, because he's older. That's just how they're brought up.
Yeah.
But I'm saying-
He's not particularly like interested in like watching two dudes like jerk each other off. But, I mean,
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
he doesn't like dislike gay people or anything.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
I think
Believe it or not.
it's a very. I definitely think people are a lot more shitty than they were back in the day. A lot of it is just
Hey,
really?
trolls, but yeah, I definitely think people are a lot more shitty than they were back in the day.
Hey, kind of
I
off
can
topic,
understand
can
where
I
you're
just
coming from.
ask a completely random question from you guys, going back to the gay thing for a second?
Yeah.
For sure.
I've fucking never ever seen fucking middle-aged gay men. Like, I feel like whenever I see gay people, they're always
Yeah.
fucking young. I
Young,
only see
yeah.
like gay people from the
20s.
ages of like 18 to like 30. I never fucking see any 50 to like 70-year-old gay people. Ever. Like, I
Yeah.
just want to see some dudes in their fucking 60s, like my dad looking motherfuckers just like kissing in public, and I'd be like, oh shit. Like, I've never seen that before.
I've seen a
Fucking
couple,
crazy.
but I
Really?
worked in a grocery store for like a year and a half, so that would.
Is there something gay
So
about
they're
your
making
grocery store, dude?
they're
I
making
work
out
in a
back by the
grocery store, and I
sausages,
haven't seen
dude.
any gay people.
They go back to the
man,
meat
I was
section,
I was
turns
just
them
saying,
out.
come to my line, you good shit.
I didn't know you worked at the fucking gay grocery store, dude.
Damn,
You work
Jordan.
at fucking gay mart, bro.
You suck them off for extra tips too, huh? Good
Yeah,
money.
bro. I mean, I'm out here trying to get some cash, bro.
Do you have a scanner that's like shaped like a penis? Dick looking scanner.
Sure. Pull it on your pants. I know you shove something under your ass. Can't steal
shit,
today.
That's funny.
Man.
That's funny. Yeah, no, that'd be really interesting. I've never seen any middle-aged gay people.
Yeah,
I
I've
was
seen
just-
like
I don't know, I was
one,
just thinking that.
or I guess two if they were together. So
Maybe one day.
yeah.
I wonder what the gay state is. Someone go with that real
State,
quick.
like the state that has the most gay people
Probably
per
California.
person.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
probably
You
California.
think?
Just
You
because
think?
it's
Really?
such a huge
Yeah.
state. California
Yeah.
California is a big enough state to be like its own country.
I'm googling it real quick.
Well, you wouldn't want to search for a total number of gay people. You'd want to search for the density of the gay people, or like the percentage of gay people.
The density, how
The ratio
How
of
dense
gays
they are?
to people.
How dense
The
a gay
ratio-
dick is?
You'd want to know. You'd want to know. You'd want to know the ratio of gay to straight. You'd want the gay ratio. The gay-shio.
or I can type in what is the gayest state. 2014's gayest cities in America.
San Francisco. Mm.
You say you're shocked Los Angeles, San Francisco, and New York cities aren't at the
Yeah,
top of the
San
list.
Francisco.
Aren't at the top of the list this year.
What?
Yeah.
No.
San Francisco
way.
comes in at number 11, Trent.
Oh shit.
It's interesting.
San Francisco. Kidding.
I don't know. I'm
Trent's
very,
trying to say if you live in San Fran, you're gay as fuck, is what Trent's saying.
yeah.
I'm saying that there's a
The entire
total of 10%
populace,
of
the
the
entire
population
populace.
that's actually
not gay.
straight, and they even pretend to be gay just to fit in.
I'm very
Damn.
I'm very anxious to see like what's gonna happen within like the next, well, I guess within the future. So it'll be crazy. I don't know. I feel like we're gonna see a lot
Within
of,
the future.
huh?
Within the future, that's a pretty broad time span, man.
I don't know, man. I'm tired.
Fair enough.
It is
That's
209.
fair.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh,
what were you
wow.
guys,
The
what were you guys,
gayest, what do you think the gayest is, honestly? It's not San Fran. It's not New York.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's Washington. Washington, D.C.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, actually I read that somewhere. I should have known that. I'm fucking stupid.
Okay.
But this city has a whopping 17 gay elected officials.
A lot of gay people like the president, huh? Obama is kind of a hunk.
Who?
Alright,
man.
That's fucking
I
funny.
think we'll, you guys have anything else you wanna put your input on or anything? I'm about to run out of time here.
Hmm.
I don't know, start
think so.
spitballing some topics.
It's been a pretty productive session, I believe.
I
It
agree.
is.
I agree.
A lot of
And
good
again,
points.
we're not doing
on.
this to criticize or disrespect anyone. I just want to make sure people understand that before they start
Randy's
getting all
making
pissed
sure he
off.
doesn't get sued.
Yeah.
See, I don't care about that. They can sue me. I don't have shit. Like I said, I'm fucking 10 grand in debt. Fuck it, take my debt. Do it,
They can
please.
sue me and get my fucking one condom that I'm never gonna use, my peanut butter crackers, my fucking water bottle. Do it, bitch.
I have
dare you.
one condom too that I'm probably never gonna use to get to. I feel it, dude.
Bitch,
I feel you. And I got peanut butter with a spoon in it.
I feel like my dick's just gonna dry up like a fucking raisin eventually if I don't
No,
use
well,
it.
dude, you use it every day.
Oh, that's true. I guess I'm keeping it primed, but there's only so much you can fucking do with,
Your balls are gonna shrivel up first, dude.
yeah, you're right. Oh, damn. Well, I think that's enough for me.
Yeah, that's enough for me. Yeah.
If you wake up and you just have like a rubber band around your testicles and it's cutting off circulation, and it's been like that all night, would you freak the fuck out? Like, would you already assume that your balls are gone, or would you try to save them?
Well, I think any sensible man would at least try to take the rubber band off of the ball sack, even if there was only a
Right.
1% chance. I would hope he would take it. I hope you just wouldn't say, they're probably lost. Might as well just keep them on there. That's the
No,
worst that
I'm
could happen
saying,
at this point.
I'm saying, if they were the size of like grapefruits, okay,
Oh my god.
just from that happened. That happened to me when I was a kid, actually.
What the fuck?
When I was born, yeah. You already know I had a bunch of problems. I was born 3 months early, and one of my
shit.
testicles wrapped around the other one, and one became the size of a grapefruit, and I almost lost him. I think it was my left nut. Fucking rough times,
You better
man.
be thankful for that left nut, bro. You better worship that nut every
No,
day.
dude. I fucking pet
Jesus
him, dude.
fucking
I have to
Christ,
sit there and
dude.
play with him. I'm like, oh, you're so cute.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, you don't say the Lord's name in
If
vain.
you're interested in Randy's huge nuts, hit him up.
Yeah.
They're not huge. They're average, just like the rest of me. Sorry.
Oh man.
Christ.
Alright, I guess we're gonna
People with big balls meet.com.
people with big balls. Alright, we'll
How do you guys feel on Trump?
we
Randy,
can do-
ending the show. Shut
Yeah,
the
we
fuck
can-
up. Shut the fuck up, you bitch. Fuck you.
That's for
We'll do
next
that.
time, alright.
Yeah, we'll
For
do it
next time, we'll talk
We'll
about
do it
the
next
President
time.
of the United States.
Out of control, you bastard. Randy's too excited. He just never wants to stop.
Out of control. I woke up at like 1 o'clock today. No, I woke up at 12.
Oh, so
Anyway,
much better.
this was fun though. I enjoyed this a lot.
For sure. Yeah.
well,
we'll definitely
like
be
I-
doing this again.
Yeah, like I said at the beginning, we'll try to do this weekly. If that doesn't work out, we'll do it bi-weekly, or we'll just do it whenever the hell we want,
We'll do it bisexually.
bisexually.
Ooh.
And like we said at the beginning, if you guys got to the end of this and you enjoy us personality-wise, or you just want to hear us talk about any other subjects, just let us know, and we'll probably get to them. But yeah, I don't really
If
have
you didn't
anything
enjoy
else.
us, you can go fuck yourself.
You can go fuck yourself. Also,
Yeah,
if I
just
do
go in the
upload
bathroom and just beat off.
this, if I do upload this, and I probably upload this on my second channel, I'm gonna leave my main channel link in the description. I'll leave Randy's link in the fuck. I'll leave Randy's link in the
Link.
I
description.
leave the address to his fucking personally
And
owned nice
also
drink, man.
Trent's, and I'll link just a bunch of stuff in the description. So, yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for listening in on the pleasure hour. Anything you guys want to say?
Have a great night, I guess.
Try not
Smoke
to
a lot of
fucking
weed, drink a
kill
lot of
yourself.
alcohol, and don't OD.
Try not to kill yourself before you work next. Try not to get fucking murdered.
Yeah. Make
Yeah,
sure you fuck
yeah.
that one bitch you've always been looking at.
Yeah, make sure you fuck
Even
her
if
up.
she says no, just go for it.
Before
It's
your
okay.
dick
Alright,
shrivels
man, I
up
wouldn't
like
do
a
that,
raisin like
bud.
mine.
just tell her beforehand that Randy said it's
Learn
okay and
from
she'll
my
understand.
mistakes.
No, don't do that. I'm kidding. Please do not. Please do not rape anyone,
Randy's
please.
dating advice is gonna get you landed in jail.
Oh,
so
that's not
stay away
dating
from-
advice. That's just fucking. I don't know. I don't even know what advice that
Alright,
is.
we're-
That's
we're-
bad
His
advice.
fucking the dating book from fucking.
No, we could
Amazon
probably do a
because they said
podcast
it
on
was a
dating
hate
advice,
crime.
though. We could probably do a podcast on
Maybe
dating
eventually.
advice.
Anyway,
Like a
we're
half
about
hour
we're
long or
about we're about
something.
to hit the 1 hour mark, so it's just gonna cut us off in a minute.
Okay. Well,
It's
I
2:15.
suppose that is it then.
All right, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Have a great night.
Bye.